Well, hey kids, Pastor Stetson here, and I'm so excited today to talk about the parable of the sower, which is a passage that Pastor Brad will be preaching on this week. The parable of the sower is in Matthew chapter 13, verses 1 through 9, and it says this. On that day, Jesus went out to the house that was sitting by the sea. Such large crowds gathered around him that he got into a boat and sat down while the whole crowd stood on the shore. Then he told them many things in parables, saying, Consider the sower who went out to sow. As he sowed some seed, he fell along the path, and the birds came and devoured them. Other seed fell on rocky ground where it didn't have much soil, and it grew quickly since the soil wasn't deep. But when the sun came up, it was scorched, and since it had no root, it withered away. Other seed fell among thorns, and the thorns came up and choked it. Still, other seed fell on the good ground and produced fruit, some 100, some 60, and some 30 times what was sown. Let one another who has ears listen. Now, a couple things first. What is a parable and what is sowing? First thing is, a parable is a story. So this is a way that Jesus communicates truth through telling a story. So in the Bible, they call those parables. And what is sowing? You're like, that's like sewing with a needle and a machine and all that. Sowing means throwing seed. So like when farmers would farm a field and they plant something, they would throw seed everywhere. And the purpose is you throw the seed on the ground and you hope that it seeds and grows and all that. But what's interesting about this passage is he talks about a couple things. He talks about some seed that fell in rocky soil, and with a little bit of soil, it grew quick. But because the roots were not deep enough, it withered away and died. It talked about some seed that was thrown among thorny, some thorns, and the thorns choked it out and it wasn't able to grow. But he says, but sometimes when the seed will be thrown on good soil, that it will produce 100-fold, 60-fold, 30-fold. It will multiply so greatly because it is able to root deeply. And that is what he's talking about, is our faith. When our faith is rooted with shallow roots and tough times come and difficult things happen, our faith doesn't last because it's not deeply rooted. We don't have the true trust that Jesus can help us because our roots of our faith are not deep enough. It's like this. If I want this clothespin, not paperclip, clothespin, to stay on my finger, where'd it go? Let's try that again. I want this clothespin to stay on my finger. Let's try that one more time. I want this clothespin to stay on my finger. No matter what, this clothespin is not going to balance on my finger. But check this out. Here's my belt. If I attach this clothespin to my belt, and I stick this belt on my finger, look, it balances. And what this belt represents are deep roots in good soil. And that's what happens when we have our roots of our faith deeply rooted in Jesus Christ, is that we have the ability to stand and have our faith strong and rely on Jesus in tough times. And our faith will not wither away because we have deep roots in Jesus Christ. And that's why it's so important. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you soon. Bye.